Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today show. It's tough in life. It's so tough that sometimes challenges are absolutely crazy. How can I hold on to my faith in God when things go wrong? As a Christian, I know that I'm supposed to give thanks in all things and look to the Lord for my daily needs. Yet, I've been through some devastating experiences over my life. How can I be thankful and trust God at a time like this? God hasn't promised us a rose garden, not in this present world anyhow. That misguided idea has no place in the message of the Christian gospel. When life seems full of pain, we need to remember that Paul said to Timothy about enduring hardship as good soldier of Jesus Christ in Timothy 2:3. We should also bear in mind a couple of very broad principles that are fundamental to the biblical world. First, we must never forget that we live in a fallen world. If things go wrong and trials beset us, this isn't a reflection on the power of genuineness of God's love, nor does it necessarily imply that we have sinned against Him or displeased Him. It simply means that the world isn't what it's supposed to be, my friends. Genesis 3 tells the story of mankind's fall from grace. This fall marred the original design of God's creation in many different ways. It separated us from our Creator and our true nature. It caused us to rebel against Him and engage in denial and self-deception. It affected our physical bodies, bringing sicknesses and death into the world. It threw a wrench into our relationship with one another. It introduced the pain and suffering into our lives. Because of this, my friends, the world in which we live in today is not the world as God had intended it to be. It is, in a very real sense, a defective, abnormal world. The good news is the Lord is not content to leave us there. This is the second thing that we need to bear in mind. Our Father in heaven has a plan to fix the brokenness of the world and heal the pain in our personal lives. He loved us enough to send Jesus Christ, His only Son, John 3:16, to reverse the effects of the fall. Christ has come to reconcile us to God, to each other, and to our true human nature. Of course, the Bible never gives us any reason to suppose that these changes are going to take place overnight. On the contrary, it states very clearly that while we live in the flesh, we can expect to experience groanings with ourselves as we look forward to the final redemption of our body. Romans 8:23. Ultimately, a day is coming when there will be no more sickness, no more pain or death, and when we wipe away every tear from our eyes, Revelation 21:4. Meanwhile, there's nothing wrong with being honest about our pain and frustration. The men and the women of the Bible understood this. David poured out his heart to God in Psalms. Job depressed anguish in the midst of incredible grief and suffering. Hannah complained loudly about her childlessness. If you're hurting, the Lord doesn't expect you to cover it up with a plastic smile. Tell Him what you're really thinking and feeling. He has promised never to leave you or forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. He hears your prayers even in the dark times when He seems to absent and silent. Meantime, my friends, if you need to talk to another human being, feel free to call me at 844-405-HELP because I can help you take your life back. I've helped myself, and I want you to all be kind to yourselves and be kind to others, and remember God loves you today, Tuesday, the 10th of July. He will love you forever. May God bless you all. Take care. Bye-bye.